Alrighty, welcome back, Magic players. We got our round 2 here. We got Carlos on the left playing some Necrodominance. He's playing a little bit of a spicier version here. He's got one of the newly banned in Pioneer, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord, plus some Vein Rippers. And then we got Nick on the right playing some Bant Pod. No actual birthing pod, but some birthing rituals instead. To go get some sweet value and utility creatures. Looks like Nick was starting us off, playing Lush Portico and then going into surveilling that Hedge Mace.
Got a Voice of Resurgence in his hand.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, there it is.
Remember Voice of Resurgence? Oh man, that's a good one. Right, little peeksy here. All players are playing here. We got a little bit of a breakdown for the decks that we have here today. We've got 5 blue-black decks. We got 4 Eldrazi decks, 4 Boros Energy decks, 3 Jeskai Energy decks, 3 Yogs, 2 Amulets, 2 Merfolks, 2 Domains, and then 2 Mono Blacks. And then we got a good smattering of other singleton decks here. We have the classic Janelle Red, if you've seen him on the stream before. He always plays some sweet, big, red, spicy decks. Which was fun.
Known for putting sideboard cards in main deck.
Yep. It's like, surprise. But some of the good ones, there's some Jeskai Aggro Energy, Hollow One, there's some multiple Blink decks. There's a 5-color Blink, and then we see this kind of Blink in a way. Some Scales, Death Shadow, Living In, Wizards, Esper Gorios, Oops All Spells, which was a spicy one. Some Mill, some blue-red control as well. So, see Carlos in here. He's got a Grip, triple Soul Spike. These are the hands you're like, man, can I just have a Necrodominance, please? Please just give me a Necrodominance.
And Nick bringing in some classic creature toolbox quarter culling deck cards. 2024 Modern, we got Voice of Resurgence.
Yeah.
We got 2 Restoration Angels.
Resto Angel. Oh my gosh, that was the best.
And then just a lot of Modern Horizons cards to fill out the rest of the deck.
Course.
As it is now.
Yeah. Remember potting out your Kitchen Finks into a Restoration Angel and then resetting your Kitchen Finks?
Unstoppable play.
Woo! Felt so good!
Unless your opponent killed you with Twin. Unstoppable play.
Yeah, unless they just went turn 3, end of turn, Pestermite, untap, or Deceiver, and just kill you with Splinter Twin during my turn. That's the Watcher of Tomorrow. Yeah, that's
Carlos understandably reading the card.
Yep. This is a solid one too, because this turns into my Flare of Denial now, counters your spell for free, and then I get to draw a card off of it. Oh, not a great one though. Looks like an Eternal Witness, a Skyclave, and a Coiling Oracle. Just remember Coiling Oracle? Woof! That's one of my favorites. I love Coiling Oracle.
I missed that on the deck list. I would have called that out. Sorry, everyone.
Such a good one. Draw a card, sometimes just put a land in play for free. Woo!
Good times.
Too good.
Nick resolving the Hideaway trigger for Watcher of Tomorrow. Watcher for tomorrow.
Yeah. Getting
in for 2 with the Voice of Resurgence Elemental.
See a draw here.
Oh, well.
This is a Vein Ripper.
Carlos has a Sorin in hand. So, let's...
I mean, he knows that he has the Flare of Denial in hand, though, so this is kind of an awkward
and a Solitude.
And a Solitude. Well, he can't do the Solitude, because he doesn't have a white card. But he does have the blue creature, blue non-token creature on the board for the Flare.
True.
Okay, he's going to Soul Spike that first. The question is, do you just let it happen? Keep your Flare for future blue spells or just future counter spells?
Like, that is what Nick is doing.
Letting his opponent gain some life. Let's see, pay 3. This is going to be a... Wait, what?
I'm sorry, what format are we playing?
What is happening here? This is... Oh. That was real life. Drawing a ridiculous archive. So no white card to be able to pitch the Solitude and just sack dude here. I mean, he can Eternal Witness to get back a voice and then pitch the voice to the Solitude, it kind of feels bad, but I mean, the Vein Ripper can kind of just take over the game sometimes, as in why it is banned Pioneer now, so as a previous Rakdos Vampires players, it does make me very sad.
It actually might be the line Nick's taking.
Yeah.
Picking up the voice.
Is he just gonna do it now? Okay.
I think now's a good choice. You can do that. Sack the Solitude to the Vein Ripper trigger.
Yeah. I mean, there's some minor value in trying to snipe a Sorin activation. Because he doesn't know if he has any other vampires in the deck, right? Yeah. So, like, if he, like, plays another vampire, like, during his next turn, and then just, like, slams a counter on it, then it's like, ugh.
Exactly, yeah. Going through, making sure players are communicating with the stack, how that works. Carlos will get that Vein Ripper trigger off the Solitude dying.
Yeah. Yeah, and then paying the ward with the Solitude, which feels good. And he's going to go in for the Sorin. Yeah. He's fine. Drawing not a whole lot of gas. Though, any Necrodominance draw here is live.
Attention Pokemon players.
I guess I'll take the flare.
Sign-ups for Pokemon. If you're trying to play Pokemon today, please come sign up with me. Also, Magic players, if you want to drop back your energy and stuff for Pokemon, you're more than welcome to.
I would next draw something good. That is a birthing ritual.
That is something good.
Ooh, okay.
We're going to say quote-unquote name of the deck.
Yeah.
Looking at those 7. So the Renegade Rallier.
Oh, spicy.
There we go.
Love Renegade Rallier.
Birthing Ritual turning on Revolt itself.
Yeah.
Throw the Watcher for Tomorrow back into play. There we go. Birthing Ritual also letting Nick sacrifice the Watcher for Tomorrow. Sure.
Yeah. He's going to hide something away. Skyclave, another birthing ritual. Another Rallier.
All reasonable options.
Yeah.
Really. That's just Nick doesn't have too much information for Carlos' deck at this point. Just really seeing Thoughtseize, some removal spells, and then Sorin Vein Ripper.
Yeah. Oh, the Watcher for Tomorrow plus the Rallier is sweet here. Because he can, Watcher dies, he gets to play the Rallier and then get it back.
Exactly.
Didn't think I would ever see Rallier plus Watcher for Tomorrow loops.
It's not going to kill your opponent fast, but you can touch a lot of cards, which is good.
Yeah, yeah. That was like the Viserys here, just like cast a bunch of your deck.
Just approaching the modern Court of Calling problem, where like, okay, well we can add this card. Well, it's just Yawgmoth now.
Yeah, yeah.
I think at this point Nick is still doing his own thing that's unique enough.
Yeah.
But
I've
had the discussion several times where it's like, oh well, like there's this cord deck. What if we add black for Bowmasters and Grists?
Yeah.
Well, like at that point, just play Yawg.
Just play Yawg, like.
Carlos throwing out a Bowmasters on instep. Nick looking at his 7 for Birthing Ritual. Restoration
Some options. Thinking Skyclave here, sacking Watcher, getting Rallier, getting back Watcher, getting another card.
Yep, there we go. Skyclave the Bowmasters. Rallier in hand.
It's got 2.
Necro draw for Carlos.
That is great for him.
Might be a bit too late. Yeah, and that's an empty sleeve in play right there. That
Yeah.
was the backside of Felda Profane.
I was thinking, yeah, because I mean, he has, what, 1 Soul Spike left in the deck? Not another land for, I mean, another land here would have helped too, like if he had drawn a line earlier, to be able to March of Retro Sorrow, but it's not quite there.
Everyone does it.
I mean, just draw all black cards plus...
Draw 9 cards here for Carlos. So let's go to 1. Oh, and
Okay.
scoops it up. Didn't find what he was looking for.
Yeah, looks like he's just looking for the last Soul Spike there. Spike the I mean, Spike Rallier, get a dude, gain 4 life, recover. Hopefully draw March of Registrar in there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no such luck. Looking at sideboards, we got a couple cool options here. Carlson on 3 Path of Peril, 2 Surgical Extractions, 4 Break the Ice, 2 Damping Spear, and 4 Doubt the Voidwalkers. Little bit of graveyard hate he might be looking for. I mean, fortunately, it's not super good into this. I mean, it shuts off.
It slows down the grind. Yeah, it slows down the grindy loops.
Yeah.
Which could help, but at the end, Nick can also just play 3 power creatures for 3 mana.
Yeah, and just play them all
get in
over
like
again.
that.
Yeah, and Path of Peril, it's fine. Like, it does kill a lot of his deck in this situation, but he does also just have a bunch of 3 drops too, which Path of Peril doesn't hit. I don't think he's sitting on any. Let's just double check his mana base here. Yeah, he doesn't have any white sources at all in the deck, so it's not like he can pass the other side of Path of Peril. Let's see what Nick's working with.
Yeah, Nick's got 4 Endurance, a Skyclave Apparition, Sanctifier Invec, 2 Knight of Autumn, Collector Oof, Dranith Magistrate, 3 White Orchid Phantom, and 2 Prismatic Ending. I think he just might want the Knight of Autumn. I don't know. Nothing here is like a sure shot.
Yeah.
Big grab. Another Skyclave Apparition isn't bad. Another way to get Sorin off the board.
Yeah. I mean, it also does
Necro.
kill Necros too, which is fine.
Also Shieldred, which I think Carlos is on. Sanctifier takes out Shieldred in the One Ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick did not see, but Carlos is on 2
copies of each. 2
copies
One Rings and 2 Shieldreds.
Which could be defensible for Nick maybe bringing in a Collector Roof if he knew about the rings.
Yeah. Now, let's see, cutting.
Yeah, but both players here doing something slightly different, but playing something they are in an archetype they are very established in.
Yes.
Carlos with lots of reps with the big black decks, coffers or any of those types. Nick been playing Kiki Chord, Kiki Pod variants for a long time. Yeah. I'm honestly surprised there is no Kiki Jiki in Nick's deck. Looking at it, seeing the restoration.
Just going in there. So he's thinking about Knight of Autumns and then the Skyclave. He's thinking about the Sanctifier.
It's got protection from black.
Yeah, I can get behind Sanctifier. Like, it's just 3 damage and some minor graveyard stuff. It's fine. But it doesn't really do a whole lot because this graveyard's not super relevant in this.
I saw him pulling out 2 Eternal Witness. I believe one of the Restoration Angels I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, Restoration Angel feels a little bit less good. When your opponent's playing a deck with a bunch of removal, you're just like, Restoration Angel, flicker this. You're I'll just kill it.
And a larger flying creature, too.
Yeah. Yeah, the 6/5 flyer. Yeah. Yeah, not too bad at all. We'll see. So Carl's going to be on the play here. Nice and shuffling up. Everybody gets one of the sweet chat standard tokens, so maybe we'll see some more people utilizing them.
See some of the people on Yawgmoth or some other decks put a Grist into play, get some more insects. There we go.
That's perfect. I have the token, just what I needed for this. Definitely sweet. And then just as a reminder, we got our sponsors actually down at the bottom left, kind of cycling through here. We have the Vault X sponsoring first and second, getting some sweet deck boxes for playing this tournament, and then the finalists of the top 16 later on in the final of the series getting some deck boxes as well. So big thanks to them for supporting and sponsoring. And then we also have Dual Spec, making some sweet sleeves, so definitely give them a check out. Getting some good shuffling in.
The other thing we can run into in this matchup, I'm just looking through the deck list, thinking of this. I personally at least haven't really seen Ice Fang Quaddle against Orcish Bowmasters, so that could be understandably, Quaddle stock went down with Bowmaster coming out last summer.
Yeah. It seems like the actual worst card against Bowmasters.
Yes.
Oh wait, it triggers Bowmasters again, and it just dies to Bowmasters.
But it is another blue creature for Nick's Flare of Denial.
Yes.
4 of those.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I did think I did see at least one of them cut out. I presume he's probably cutting some more. So, just surveilling a land.
Yeah, Carlos fetching turn 1
for a mortuary.
Yep. Both players surveil turn 1. Yep. There we go.
Surveil lands are good. I mean, Surveillance Scrying's 0.5 of a card, right? 1/2 of a card.
Yeah, they're real close to drawing a card already.
Yeah, right?
Off the land.
Fantastic. I see some.
At some point for these, I think it'd be very fun to throw together a Rocket Series bingo sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think both players surveil turn 1.
Yeah.
Would be one of the squares
yeah.
on there.
Okay. Oh, this is a pretty decent series of turns here. So turn 2 Dalthy, and then turn 3. Does he have another Sorin? He does have another Sorin in hand plus the Vein Ripper. So we can see land into Vein Ripper. No Solitude this time. There's a Watcher, and then yeah.
Nick just kind of moving a bit slow to start out, but starting to sort of establish the board state. He needs to get the pieces moving.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta get stuff rolling along here. This is going to be an uphill battle here after this turn.
Absolutely.
Is Nick having no answers to a Vein Ripper. And then a One Ring. Does he have a 4th land in hand? I know he has the 3rd. Oh my gosh.
4th land, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's kind of cut off there.
But... Profane?
Yeah.
He might.
Yeah.
So I mean, hard to tell now with all the MDFs in the format.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty solid couple of turns.
Carlos has like the 3 big haymakers in the deck in his hand. He's got the Sorin Vein Ripper combo, a One Ring, and he's got a Necro.
Yeah. You'll see Sorin minusing to put in a Vein Ripper. The Dalthy plus Vein Ripper, unfortunately, kind of a nombo, but I need to draw Solitude. That definitely helps out a lot. I mean, he gets both creatures off the board. Good playing. Let's go and fetch. A great draw.
Do you know if Watcher is a leaves trigger or a dies trigger to put the card in?
I believe it is a leaves.
It is actually, yeah, pulling up right now. It is a leaves trigger.
Yeah.
So Nick able to sacrifice it for the Vein Ripper ward trigger with the Solitude.
Yeah.
Still get the card.
Alright, just gonna go into fetch. Let's go straight for basic forest.
Yeah.
Playing some sweet snow-covered lands. I also like kind of how like most people just kind of default to those snow-covered lands instead of any of the other snow-covered lands that exist.
I'm a big fan of the Secret Lair pixel art ones.
Those ones are cool. I'm a monster, and I really just love playing like original Ice Age snow-covered lands.
Also good.
Yeah.
Never can go wrong.
Yeah, they're just so good. They're just built different. When I played Scred and Popper, that's what I was playing with all my basics. Was the situations.
I played Scred in Modern.
Yeah.
I still have a box of like 24 snow mountains somewhere in my room.
It's fine every once in a while. You're like, good times, good times.
Why do I still own these?
Yeah, why are they still
the usual? It's the usual question.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Okay, so Nick's play, putting the Rallier into play, lets him. Does he have a flare? Come on,
I'm thinking here.
Nick doing some counting.
The fetch from turn 1. Yeah. Okay, perfect. They're just making sure that Misty was able to be brought back, which it definitely was. Target here.
Sorin again. Giving that Vein Ripper lifelink death touch into counter.
Yes.
Swinging in for 10. There's the Solitude.
Target. Oh, he's just gonna let this die.
Even.
Okay. Sure. Game 7.
Interesting. I would have thought Nick was going to use that Ephemerate.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe saving it for waiting to get the Dalthy on board. Because, I mean, that stinks right now with the Rallier. Like, with Rallier in his hand. I mean, I guess that's kind of why he was pitching the Voice. Because Voice doesn't do a ton right now for him.
It's a Grizzly Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that interaction has not come up too often since we got Dalthy Voidwalker.
Yep.
It's like, it just shuts down my voice of resurgence.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. That's great. I mean, that was a good Necro turn for Carlos. Because he has the 4th land, so he can play 4th land plus have the March up. And then follow it up with the One Ring the following turn. Which I think this is what he's thinking about doing. Huh? It's so tempting. The ring, it's tempting.
Just draw
It's tempting him.
so many options to draw so many cards.
Yeah, it's like which card do I want to play that draws me a bunch of cards? Do I want to play the One Ring or do I want to play the Dominance? I mean, he is still sitting at a very healthy 28. So, I mean, I like Necro here just because he can just draw a million cards here.
Going for
He's gonna go for ring.
again, like neither option's bad.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
That's exile as well. Oh, okay. So he's gonna go land because I think he put a flare under. So we'll be able to blink the Watcher, get the flare, get Watcher, flare the spell, and then get the spell with Watcher.
Which makes sense why Nick didn't ephemerate the Solitude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I do a little bit of different play. Yeah, because I had thought he'd put a Skyclave Apparition under the Watcher. Because I think it was like Skyclave, land, and then double flare. Ooh. Okay, cool.
Birthing Ritual or land.
Yeah.
Not a hard choice.
Yeah. Easy peasy. That is... Just gonna flare it. Yes.
And the top of the screen, you get 2 exile piles. The one next to Nick's deck with the ephemerate is exile. The other pile is exiled with a void counter on.
Yeah. He's just not gonna cast it.
Choosing to leave the ephemerate in exile.
Yeah.
Playing the Birthing Ritual.
Sanctifier.
Which
Is
clears
Sorin.
the Sorin out of Carlos's graveyard. I don't know if it actually does anything. I don't think Carlos cares about his graveyard at all.
Yeah. Play a land so we can leave open that last ephemerate in his hand. Let's take a little peek-see with my Birthing Ritual. Let's see what we got.
I wonder if Nick's gonna.
Skyclave. Solid. Okay.
That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how much Nick cares about keeping the Sanctifier around in play.
Yeah.
It's got protection from black, but it doesn't like really matter against what Carlos is doing.
Looks like not too much. In fact, none at all.
Choosing the Skyclave, exiling the Dalki Voidwalker, using the dice to represent the 2-drop.
Go.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Carlos anymore with hitting that Skyclave, because being able to now hit the Necrodominance at instant speed is for him.
Yeah, that last card being ephemerate for Nick, with a fetch land in play and
Mhm.
no Voidwalker anymore.
Yeah! It's like, oof. Yeah, he's going to attempt to go to end step, not to do that.
Fetching, ephemerating the Skyclave. Carlos is going to get a 2/2, a blue illusion.
Blue Illusion 2/2. It's like, yeah. Alright, he's an uphill battle for Carlos now. They're doing a fantastic job just controlling this. Like, great draws with the ephemerate.
Yeah, his deck doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Carlos down to only 1 card in hand, which is the March,
Yeah.
but is short on mana to actually be able to answer the Skyclave Apparition.
Yeah.
That would have been a blowout.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think drawing a black card there instead of a land would have been great for Carlos.
It's a 28.
Yeah. Yeah, gaining 3 in response, because you'll be able to pitch the black card for 2 mana instead of just the 1 from the
Oh, you're right. Yeah, draw 30. Good chance you could find 2 Soul Spikes and 4 black cards in those 30 cards.
Yeah. It's gotta be. Alright.
Upkeep Nick ephemerating his Renegade Rallier.
Surveilling. Keeping it on top. Drawing for turn. What are we doing? What is it? What is it? I always hate it when people surveil and scry because I want to know. I want to know what it is. I need to know.
You can always ask. They can tell you.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, wow. He's just going to go straight to end step.
Nick playing on Orcish Bowmasters.
Yeah.
Giving Carlos a 3/3 will do a lot on this current board.
Yeah. Do you think he's doing
I gave all their due diligence, Brad. I gave all their warnings.
Getting rid of the Renegade Rallier, putting a Coiling Oracle in it.
Coiling Oracle's a sweet one because it doesn't trigger Bowmasters. It just put right in there.
Giving Nick a Solitude he can hardcast is
Yeah.
very good.
Okay, so he did bring in the Path of Perils. Come on and slam.
Just taking that, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What are you thinking here?
Yeah. Looking at Carlos's deck, he's got that Path of Pearl.
Yeah.
That Underground Mortuary probably should have been a Shadowy Backstreet at this point. Like,
yeah.
for the, I don't know, like 0.5% time that matters.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
Which actually could matter this match. Being able to hit the Solitude with the Path of Peril would be a game changer.
Yeah. Thinking, does he march the Skyclave here?
I think that's the play.
Yeah.
Mark the Skyclave, try to go to blocks.
Yeah. Because if he has another Ephemerate or Blink spell, then it gets it out of his hand. And if he draws Necrodominance next turn, then he's set.
So Nick gets to decide, yeah, it's just going to let it
It's
happen.
gonna die. Make it 3/3 now. Then you save damage here. I think you just save damage because then you can Necro for more if you draw a Necro this next turn.
And Nick gets to decide if he's just going to trade or use the Ephemerate to
Give Carlos more life for Necro.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just gonna Ephemerate. Here, have some more life.
Was it 33?
You can't draw another Necro, right? There's no way. Alright. Kind of living on the edge here. Gonna build in ritual. Okay, so looks like he kept in some Quaddles. I mean, it's
Carlos tapped out, so he can safely. There we go. There's the Icewind Quaddle.
Yeah.
Safely putting that into play.
Yeah.
No Bowmasters.
no Bowmasters for you. Get an extra card. Let's do it again. Voice. Okay, voice and a land in hand. Carlos drawing a Fellow Profane. I mean, you just spell the Solitude here.
The other benefit of being at 35 life, Carlos has time.
Yeah, just kind of hang out.
Nick's got 4 power. Hey, Carlos has time.
Yeah. He's thinking, do you want to give him another card? Yeah, another card's fine. Save your Fel the Profane for something that you need.
Knight of Autumn for Nick. Land is the draw for turn.
Ooh, so many things. Alright, we're going to see voice.
There we go.
How do you want to respond to voice? Yeah, so he's going to Fel the Profane. The Solitude here.
In response, stop Nick from getting that elemental.
Did he flip it and then flip it back?
I think so.
Yeah. That is exiled, technically. Oh, no, not anymore. He doesn't have the Sanctify. Duh. I mean, it's mostly a land, right? Counters? Counters?
There we go.
Oh my god, I never see that mode. I mean, you gotta do it sometimes. It's like, alright, look at my 4/3. Notably also costs 3 mana, so.
Nick trying to attack the Icewind Quaddle. Carlos pointing out it just does have summoning sickness after
Yes.
the Ephemerate on upkeep.
I do Rallier, sacking voice.
Rallier shenanigans.
Bring back voice. Woo!
Free 5/5 elemental token with that. There we go.
Don't mind if I do. There's a Vein Ripper. I mean, we're just gonna see Path.
Yeah.
So safe as a light token. He's still gonna have 4, 7, 10 damage on board still after this. Jeez. Kills 3 creatures, still has 10 damage on board. Jam another dude. What was his last card? It was
You've not seen it yet.
did
Drop
that drop for Jam? Could have sworn we knew that. Oh,
Another Surveillant.
Dried Arbor would be sweet. Adds a power to the voice. And a Sax of Birthing Ritual.
Oh, true. Very true.
Alright, Pokemon players, this is the last call for sign ups for Pokemon. If you're trying to play today's Pokemon mix,
Rally.
please come
Okay.
sign up now.
Bring back a voice. Yeah, bring back a voice.
Nick just trying to pump out as much power as he can now. Getting in for, let's see, is that 5, 9, 12 right there? Yeah, there we go.
Oof. Still at 23. Alright, and we're gonna Birth Nature on the turn. Skyclave, Knight, Watcher. Maybe just another Knight.
In Night of Autumn, just make something larger. I'm going for a Watcher.
Watcher.
And then another, and then a 6/6 elemental.
Yeah, yeah. Another one.
Actually, this is a lethal attack for Nick this next turn.
Yeah.
See what Carlos can draw.
Yeah. Carlos says that's a Boggart Trawler.
Which stops him from dying.
Day
Oh, he's got a Vein Ripper in hand. The
Yeah.
life gives him a Vein Ripper there. There we go.
These are still just lethal, right? Because he can't. Because both of those are 6s, so it's 12, 14, 15,
I believe Nick has 24 power in play right here.
Yeah, so he can block. He can block a creature, still survive, and then gain 2.
Nick drawing the Ice Fang Clawle is a big draw.
Yeah.
Lets him block the Vein Ripper. Block and kill the Vein Ripper. Although the triggers will kill him. So when you need to see what Nick can find out.
Yeah. Alright, so he's going for. What can we have? We block at Knight to save damage. He's gonna block a Rally. That's Waddle. To draw? The draw is. Inconclusive.
I think it's a gold card, which again does not narrow it down much.
No. I don't think it's an instant if it's a gold card. That kind of narrows it down. This is playing like a Zorius Tron.
Ice Imagine acting as a pump spell here with the voice elementals. 14, 17, 21 damage going in for Carlos. So yeah, there we go.
Yep, okay.
Nick takes it.
Oh my gosh.
Clean victory for Nick here.
Whoa. That was great.
Really showing power of Birthing Ritual and standard All-Star cards from 5+ years ago.
Pod is still alive, right? Pod's still alive.
All right, Master Division players.
Man.
Super cool.
On the TV,
Man.
make sure you
Two
see
really
the
cool looking
name
decks to
up there.
play this round.
If your name
Definitely
is
stoked
not
for
up
that.
there, you are not in
Whew.
the Pokemon
Well, we got a little
map.
bit of time until the next round now, which is great.